Major, I feel we are in the offices of madmen of runaway capitalism.
Evildoers for sure.
They care only for the bottom line.
Human values mean nothing to them.
They start wars and assassinate heads of state.
Their armies have invaded Latin American countries 90 or 100 times already in this, our 20th century of supposed progress. And look at the disgrace they're doing in Vietnam.
I'm afraid of them. They are evildoers.
I will protect you, Flower Child.
Mr. Street, are you all right? I heard an Oh, who are you people? Where is Mr. Street?
I am Major Miracles, man of plastic, last of the superheroes and implacable foe of fiends, evildoers, terrorists, and republicans. At your service, Earthling.
And I am Flower Child, hippie goddess of love, and comely sidekick to dear Major Miracles. At your service also.
But where is Mr. Street? Where is Mr. Street?
We have never met Mr. Street. We have no idea where he is, Earthling.
Security! Security!
Perhaps we should egress. Golly, Flower Child, things seem different. I feel like I've just awakened from a long, deep sleep.
Me too, Major. Oh, Major, you've greatly aged.
I have? Let me see your mirror. Galloping galaxies, Flower Child, you're right. Say, that brown acid that they told us not to take must have really been something fierce.
Found that out too late. After we swallowed that lace drink that nice guy gave us. We're at that rock concert. Wooden Sock.
Wooden Stock, I think.
That nice guy felt terrible when he realized that he tricked us into drinking was bad stuff.
That man clasped his hand to his forehead, but it has certainly made a difference. Everything seems totally different somehow. And where are all the hippies?
Major, you don't suppose?
Yes, Flower Child. I think we're in an intergalactic time warp. So we were at Wooden Stock.
We've been hired to provide security.
And we were totally unneeded.
Because it was the world's greatest expression, an outpouring
of love.
Yes, of love, love, love.
It was magnificent.
But then that nice guy spiked our drinks with LSD.
Thinking he was doing a good turn, but it turned out to be the dreaded brown acid.
And I don't remember much after that, except that we got silly and I started waving that newspaper around.
Say, Flower Child, you don't suppose we're still on that acid trip?
Oh my goodness! Things may seem different somehow, Major, but I see people are still littering.
The Wall Street Urinal. That's the paper you were waving around at Wooden Stock, remember?
Yes, we were so surprised to find a copy there.
Galloping galaxies, Flower Child. Look at the date on this paper. It's been 40 years since Wooden Stock.
Where have we been?
I don't know. And how is it that I've aged so much and you haven't?
Oh, that's easy, Major. Facelift, nose job, chin tuck, Botox, hair removal, vein reduction, liposuction, breast lift, butt implants, porcelain veneers, I still got on the go, collagen lip enhancements, I keep up on my tanning sessions, dye my hair, wax my eyebrows, concealer, foundation, eyeliner, eyeshadow, mascara, lipstick, and blush, bronzer, and on top of all of that, primers and powders to keep it all in place. You know, just basic things. A girl needs to keep looking her best. It's not like it's rocket science or anything.
Oh.
Look here in the Wall Street Journal. Major, that man's office where we came to. That Wally Street. He's disappeared.
Galloping galaxies, Flower Child.
And he's the most powerful man on Earth. In fact, he owns most of the Earth and controls the rest. He's getting control of all the water, the farming, the fisheries, all through corporate ownership backed up by lawsuits and armies. He's patented seeds and other life forms. Now he's even patented the air. It's going to make everyone wear air meters around their noses.
Galloping galaxies, Flower Child. He's an arch-fiend evildoer. Is this what the world has come to since Wooden Stock? This fiend must be stopped.
Only we are capable of stopping him, Major.
Yes, only we, the last of the superheroes, have the incredible strength to do the job. Stand tall, Flower Child. We must vow to combat this evil Wally Street and his kind. We vow to combat Wally Street and his kind. One for all and all for one.
Now that we've decided to stop Wally Street and his evil ilk, Major, how should we go about it?
Let me count the ways. First, We must not use violence.
Violence is out. We are hippies.
Right. Hippies are always for peace and love, so a violent revolution is out. But we definitely need a revolution, a peaceful one.
How do we bring that about?
We must arouse the citizenry.
But Major, how can we arouse them? We can't get the word out in the media. Remember how badly the press and TV and radio reported Woodstock? To hear them tell it, that loving, that charming rock concert was a den of criminals. And you remember, no one was telling the truth about the hippies except for the minuscule alternative press. And no one was reading that except for the hippies. Talk about preaching to the choir.
You're absolutely right, Flower Child. The media was getting worse and worse and less free year by year because of corporate control even back then. And if Wally Street owns everything now, we will never get the word out that way. No, Flower Child, we must have a demonstration.
Demonstration, yes! Major, if we're going to demonstrate, we will need to carry signs telling what we are for and against.
You're quite right, Flower Child. That's the only way to do things in a land of controlled media. We must think up catchy sayings like we did in the 60s when we came up with ones like, "Hell no, we won't go," to show our resistance to the draft in the Vietnam War.
How about Wally Street, he ain't sweet?
It's a start.
Or how about air is free, leave it be?
Much better. In fact, it's a winner. Use it.
Thank you. Now you think one up, Major.
All right. Okay, how about Wally Street must be beat?
That's it, Major, that's it. You're a genius.
Oh.
Do you really think, Major, that just the two of us can change things?
We may be small in number now, Flower Child, but we're great in truth. We shall prevail.
Right, Major. I keep forgetting the journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a single step.
Absolutely. And by the way, what is that book that you keep reading?
It's called A Course in Miracles. It was in my hands when we waked him from our time warp. It's incredibly profound. You should get into it.
Right. But you better put it back into your bag so you don't lose it. It may get rough out there, Flower Child. There could be tear gas, pepper spray, beatings, and arrest.
I'm ready for whatever may come, Major. Standing together, we shall prevail.
We shall prevail. One for all and all for one. Are you ready, Flower Child?
Think so, Major.
Call the roll.
Major Miracles.
Here, Flower Child. Flower Child.
Here, Major.
Equipment check. One each sign for Flower Child.
Here it is, Major. One each side for Major Miracles.
Here it is, Flower Child.
Everyone present. Sir, all equipment accounted for.
Demonstrators, fall in. Commence cadence.
Air is free. Let it be.
Air is free. Let it be. Wally Street must be beat.
Wally Street must be beat.
Right. Demonstration. Forward demonstration. We shall prevail. We shall prevail. Deep in my liver, I do believe we shall prevail someday. We shall prevail. We shall prevail. Deep in my liver, I do believe we shall prevail someday. That was really disappointing.
Dispiriting.
The people just don't seem to care.
Don't care that Wally Street owns and dominates the earth and is in control of everything and is abusing his powers?
We couldn't get a single volunteer to join us all day. The people are apathetic. They just don't care.
We care. We'll join you.
Hooray!